This is your main man coming back here with the grubby man. And today we're going to talk about something just a little bit different for this channel. Hopefully this live video I'm putting up now comes out okay. I just want to do something quick. I didn't want to mess with my new editing software. Been a while since I put one up. So Jack, I am back. We're going to talk about Magic, the Gathering, certainly something associated with role-playing games. Put out Wizards of the Coast, the same subsidiary of Hasbro that puts out Dungeons and Dragons now. I go back. Let me take you back, Jack, to always the origins of Magic the Gathering. Now, it appeared in the cards originally in game stores.
Yes.
A store called the Guild of Adventure Gaming. When I was, oh gosh, I don't know, 16 maybe, when the cards first came out. I'm talking about like beta. You know, I remember when Arabian Nights first came out. I've had quite a few different collections of cards. Stop, let me talk and we'll work you in, okay, baby? I gotta have a production meeting here with my little assistant, if you understand, baby. And I've sold collections, gotten out of the game many different times, and recently got back in. My son here, he saw some pictures of Magic cards online when he was wanting to look up. My son's utterly obsessed with werewolves, and when we were looking at some werewolf pictures, he asked me what some certain cards were, some certain pictures were, and we found out they were Magic the Gathering cards. And then he really wanted to play, so he got some Magic cards for Christmas, and we got some more before Christmas, and now he's well into it. So I decided, well, I guess we'll go ahead and get back in. Hold on just a second, babe. So, and hold up just a few of the Magic cards that we have here. Okay, go ahead for your card.
Hello, my name's Ryan. Also, if you like werewolf cards, I strongly suggest Hunter Fells.
Is that your favorite card? No? Okay.
He also flips. On the backside, he's in werewolf form.
Mm-hmm.
And very good art.
That's good art. That's how you feel, little man, is it? Okay. Yeah, he loves werewolves. He loves the werewolf cards. So definitely his favorite. And the game itself has a lot of different formats you can play in. I have enormous, as my man Bob Acker would say, abomination for Type 2 or standard play. I will not do it. I never will do it. And back in the day, every once in a while, I'd build a standard deck just so my friends that played standard. It's really good standard players.
Got a nerd card that was in the show.
Okay. Would play test against the decks that I was putting together. And that would really be the only time I've ever done it. I've never played in a standard tournament. I can't withstand standard. It's just a way for them actually to steal money from you. I'm getting back in. I play Commander now, and I certainly have always been a casual style player. You definitely have to look at the game store environment there. God, I hate this word. Their meta, what kind of games are being played there. Of course, you have, your vintage, your legacy, your modern, your standard. And then you have, just casual style play. And casual style play doesn't necessarily mean poor or low quality cards. It often can mean quite the opposite of that. But that's really what I've always played, because that's what we played when beta was out. That's what we played when Unlimited was out. That's what we played when Arabian Nights was out. That's what we played when the Dark Legends, all these forms were out for a long time. It was just get the cards you can, put the best decks you can together with the cards that you have, and be able to play them in an eternal format, which doesn't mean you have to keep going back to the pond of Magic the Gathering. You have to keep buying more and more cards, which is something that I just see no use for. I want to build decks, have a good time, go up, play with some people, enjoy an environment. The super competitive style individuals, if they're going to win a pro tournament or something. Not to say, obviously someone's going to, but I don't find that an interesting or relaxing use of my free time. If you like it, that's certainly fine, but you're going to be paying a lot of money for cards that are, for the most part, going to go down when cards are rotated out of standard. They usually go down a lot, particularly if they're not going to find a home. I remember cards were $20 when the Lauren block was out, for example, that I picked up coming back for like $1 shipped. That's an astronomical decline. Obviously, other cards have gone up. Cards do go up. It's great if you can find stuff that find a place after modern. They they can really go up. But you can see cards like Muda Vault going from like 50 to like $8 when they slide out of a standard rotation, which is obviously a great time to buy that sort of thing when that's what you're looking for. Now
can I talk?
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, it's me again. And this is another werewolf card. Daybreak
He's cute. Go ahead.
Ranger is from my tribal werewolf deck. He also flips.
He's 8 and he's able to play Magic, and he's actually pretty good at it. It's recommended for 13-year-olds and up, and I think it's great for a younger kid. It really helps them to read.
He's also a 2/2, and when you flip him, he becomes a 4/4.
Oh, no. Pull it back a little bit. There you go. There you go. You can see it there. So yeah, and as you can see, he likes werewolves a lot.
Also, you can talk about planeswalkers.
Yeah, okay. We can definitely talk about planeswalkers, sure. The game has really changed in a lot of ways. They changed the rules around, which is something that just drives me berserk, because you'll be playing cards. For example, certain cards will go from being incredibly useful, incredibly playable, to being useless and worthless cards, which is unfortunate. That, of course, can affect the value, and if you have money tied up in them, the cards can go up and down dramatically. I would definitely, as someone who has sold, I want to say 3-4 collections of cards, I would definitely say keep your Magic cards. It doesn't seem it's going to be a fad. It doesn't seem it's going away, and the card prices just keep going up. I don't know if I want to tell you how much the last collection I had, which I sold when he was, I don't know, around 3, what that'd be worth today. I had pages of damnations. I had, just in a trade binder after my own play sets, stacks of dual lands. I mean, real dual lands like Savannas, Underground Seas, that sort of stuff. Tarmogoyfs. I mean, we're talking, beyond what I needed in decks, which is sometimes 2, 3, 4 play sets of different things. And a lot of these cards are worth a lot more now. I was seeing cards that were worth like very little. Like, what is it, Crucible of Worlds are like $50 cards now, which I was picking them up for like $5 in trade, back then. And of course, other cards like Chameleon Colossus that have slid down to being, like 35 cents. They were near that $20 mark. It's very interesting to see how the cards go up and down. Force of Will keeps going up, while other cards just don't seem to catch on like that. So it's very interesting. So for someone that wants to speculate, it is a real collectible in terms of speculation, in terms of allowing your money to rise. And I would like to hear from you guys in the comments, if you like the Magic videos, what sort of aspects you like me to talk about. In casual play, I love group games. I love free-for-all chaos group games, 7, 18, 27 players. It doesn't matter. We used to play back in the day when Limited was out at the game store, 2 huge tables, and you were elbow to elbow, sandwich, sardined in that, where my strategy was usually to kill this guy and to kill this guy, so I had more room to play my cards, because my cards were coming out and they weren't going to go away. I'll tell you that right now, which really made it very interesting. All right, show it to him.
Hello. I found another card from my tribal werewolf deck. What's his name again?
It's Garrick.
Garrick. He's a
You gotta hold it still, baby.
He's a planeswalker, and
Stop fighting with your hand. Just hold it still.
He is not a werewolf planeswalker. There are not any werewolf planeswalkers, unfortunately. Though there are vampire ones. But back to the subject.
Stop moving your hand around. They can't see the card. Right. Stop. Here, just here. Is that your favorite planeswalker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that one that I don't have one of.
There's a bunch we don't have.
Yeah, but the one that wears a hood and he has like a glowy hand.
Is he blue?
Yeah.
Probably Jace. There's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a billion Jaces out there though. And that man Jace Kalu.
He's a green card right now. He flips into a black card.
He's actually green and black on the back. He flips.
Okay.
So that's why it's black. That's why it's green. So that means he's green and black.
And he can produce a wolf token, or he can do some miracle tricks. On the back, he can produce a wolf token with Death Touch, which is very good.
Be careful with your sleeve. It's not working. Yeah, he really likes wolves. That's his favorite animal, and that's the first deck we put together for him. He's his wolf deck does real well. It's an interesting deck. And of course, that's one of the great things about casual. You can play what you want to play, and the casual format allows to get some incredibly good cards, super cheap because they don't play in decks. I have abomination for net decking. I have never done it. Will never do it. I don't like to play with people that do it. I will openly crack on you for doing that. There's the problem. You didn't make that. It's a form of plagiarism. Make your own deck. Play the cards that you want to play. Create the best synergy you can. I mean, that's really the key to Magic. It's synergy, man. When you have a deck that there's so many interactions between cards, you can build a deck with nothing but, you can build a budget deck where no card costs you more than 50 cents. You can get tons of good usable rares as low as like 18 cents each. That are useful. You can put in a deck and play with, not like some of the absolute terrible ones. Wonderful things for 50 cents or less, which you can build crazy good decks and go up there and drop hands on people. So for me, as you might imagine, I'm a black player. I love to play black. I don't like Suicide Black though, because I like group games and sacrificing life. Life is not a resource in a group game. It's the way you lose and get out of the game. You want to keep gaining life. I love life gain in a group game. That's one of the most useful and relevant. What are you doing? You're being silly. One of the most useful and relevant things you could put in is life gain. When you're playing that kind of style, you definitely have different strategies in terms of if you're trying to ingratiate yourself to the other players, if you're trying to make the other players intimidated by you, if you're trying to make yourself an unattractive target to hit, is something I quite like to do. Things like hissing miasmas, and I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. I'm still kind of getting back into it, and I don't have the giant Magic IQ that I once had, knowing all the prices and the interactions between a lot of the cards. But there's like a blue card that has 2 mana per to attack you with each creature, which makes it wonderful because what you want your opponent to do is attack each other, to damage each other's resources, kill each other's creatures off, and leave you alone. So things that give you Shroud for your creatures, give you Hexproof for your creatures, give you Shroud or Hexproof for yourself. These are wonderful things you want to have, things that are gaining you life, things that are making you an unattractive target to hit. I have won an enormous amount of group games. I probably, world over, gosh, gotta be top 1,000 ever in Magic. So the strategy in a group game is completely different than it is in a single game. And I think those of you that want to get involved in Magic that don't like the price tag of, $325 to put together a 60-card deck, $400 to put together a commander deck, and you're not even talking the most expensive decks there. You're not talking the most expensive sort of modern decks, or even the most expensive standard decks, but you have to continuously change and update as cards from those sets cycle out. As they produce new cards that can be useful to the deck, or they take away key cards, which can make you have to completely dismantle the deck. And those key cards often are going to drop in value immediately, and they're certainly going to drop in desirability, regardless if a card stays at $10. If no one wants to trade you for it, it's essentially worthless. So that's really something to talk about. I'd like to hear in the comments below what sort of things that you would like to hear me about Magic. Hold on, baby, I'm talking. What would you? I'll let you show it. I'll let you show it. Calm down. What you would like to hear me talk about regarding Magic in future upcoming videos, regarding my ideas on deck construction, my ideas on synergy, my ideas on the different colors, color combinations, how colors play against each other, talking about Commander, talking about legendary cards, talking about how this could be, you know, a wonderful hobby to share with your children. You know, the benefits of it, you know, helping helping a child learn to read better, helping a child have something to do to interact with you, to interact with others. Just general, my favorite cards, and I can do a video listing off my top 10, 20, 30, whatever favorite cards, or I could have certainly have Ryan give some of his opinions. All right, you wanted to show him another card. Go get it.
Okay.
So currently I'm building up a box. I always have a box of, once again, I always have a box of decks. I have 4 of them together at the moment. I'll talk about those in just a second because he's getting impatient. All right, show him that.
Here's another planeswalker. He's a vampire. And
Stop moving it around, there. Trying to keep it for the getting the glare. Just keep talking.
And
stop moving your hand.
Yeah, that's all I know about him.
Stop moving your hand.
And yeah, I don't know that much about him. I just found him.
Stop moving your hand. He's excited to be on the video. Yeah, Soren. We need the Soren Markov. That's
What's that mean?
He's the black version of it. There's 3 Soren Planewalkers. I think we have 2 of each of the other ones. Planewalkers are pretty cool. They were very interesting seeing a completely new type come out. And they've really, in the last 10 years, brought a lot of strange things from Magic that really have changed the game in a lot of ways. And Future Sight has still not given us riggers. I want riggers. People over there, Wizards of the Coast, make riggers. I want to see the rigger tribe. There's 2 of them out there. There's the black rigger that's was it Moriok rigger or something like that, and there's a red goblin one that has, it gives a bonus to an ability that has yet to be created. The card came out 10 years ago. Riggers, bring them out. That aside, right now the first 4 decks I have. Well, I have a Commander deck. I have oh gosh, his name starts with an A. I can't think of the actual name because I'm still getting back into the flood of names, the flood of abilities, and so forth. It's the God of Passage. He's a commander, black and white deck. Runs pretty well. I love the what's the Praetors. The black Praetor is freaking sweet. The white Praetor is sweet too. I don't have that on the deck though. The Shieldred, I think is the name of it. The Whispering one. Oh, that's just baller, dude. There's like straight up the creatures from Hellraiser, and that I like. Beyond that, let's see. I got a white deck that's focused around equipment, which, you know, a lot of core, that sort of thing. I love the core. I think they're pretty awesome. I love the let's see. We have a black tribal vampires, which is this is pretty good. We have tribal illusions, just because I've never seen anyone make that, and I thought that'd be kind of interesting. What else do I have? And I have one more. I'm drawing a blank on what it actually is. Oh, a mirror, a tribal mirror deck. And I even have tokens. I call it Frank Mir, former UFC heavyweight champion. And we have tokens with Frank Mir as a mirror with the 1/1 artifact gimmick. Because it produced a lot of tokens. He has a red and black vampire deck, and he has a red and green werewolf/wolf deck, and is in the process of building another deck right now. I'd like to get him up to maybe like 4 normal 60-card decks and a commander deck, but you know, it's a slow process. I want to really allow him to really allow him to immerse himself in the cards and kind of figure out what he likes, what he doesn't like that much, to help him sort of reflect, as opposed to just bling going, here you go, play with these. So you know, we're still in the process of that, but those 2 decks he really likes playing, and I'm gonna let him talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, the deck that you said I was making, it is going to be a pure werewolf deck. It won't have anything else, although it will have some enchantments.
You're obsessed with werewolves, like I said.
Yep. Forever. I've always been obsessed with werewolves.
Yeah, he loves them. All right, well, let me know in the comments below what would you like to be talking about in terms of Magic the Gathering. Different videos, you know, explaining the different styles of casual Magic, how you might get your friends involved in that, and how you could really save a lot of money, because you can get a lot more people involved, you know, when they have price tags of like $30 on their decks versus $300 on their decks. That's a lot more affordable, particularly when the $300 deck is just going to rotate out and you're going to have to spend that money all over again, versus that $30 deck you could play 10, 20 years from now. So let me know what you think in the comments below. This is the first Magic the Gathering video here. Like I said, I've played on and off since pretty much the game came out. and I have a very different perspective than the Magic. I watch a lot of the Magic channels, like Tellurian Academy, which I think is great, and a few of the other ones. And they're interesting, but a very different style, a very different perspective than what I have on the game, than the way I enjoy playing the game. And that's really the really important thing, which I try to hit home in RPG videos. You want to get the maximum amount of fun you can out of your free time. And if free time is to play role-playing games, you want to have the role-playing game to be the best it can for you. If you're playing Magic, you want to have that style of Magic that's going to be the most enjoyable for you. That might be high competition. That might be relaxed and enjoyable. And it's about sort of cultivating a community of players at local game stores that are going to be interested in supporting that idea. And it's certainly something that you'll be able to do. So leave me the comments below and let me know what you guys think and how long you guys have been playing Magic out there.